So, what we're going to talk about is communication, collaboration, and cooperation. These are the key elements that make sure that you as, let's call you change agents, people in your organization who are able to drive change in the organization. We're calling this the soft skills in software because this is what you need to, well, be successful. And I'm trying to find my finger. Somewhere. Get that up. Okay. Alright, so communication. Communication is concise. Communication is something that you need to be able to convey a single message in as few words as possible, and in the right medium as well. And that medium could be verbal, could be written, right? It could be interactive. Okay? So, let's run a first little exercise. Can you answer a question in 7 words? To be honest, I don't care what language you do this in. Right? Feel free to go with the fast. Alright, so I want you to turn to the person beside you. And don't answer straight away. Take 10 seconds. Think about your answer. Here's the question. Yesterday, Agile Indonesia 2017. Right? What did you learn? Right. Now your boss is going to ask you the same question. We sent you to this conference, what did you learn? And you're going to write email, page after page of what you did. Right? Yeah, right? Now I want you to do that same question in 7 words. Okay, thank you so much. Alright, 7 words. Take 30 seconds, think about your answer. Time for thinking is over, now it's time for speaking. You've got 7 words. This should take us no more than about 30 seconds. Turn to the person beside you and tell, what did you learn? 7 words. Thumbs up. Alright. Tell me, did your partner, when they gave you those 7 words, what did you get? What information did you get? Did you get a sense of what they learned? You did? Did you? No, you didn't. Okay. So, alright, second question. Did you get any feeling? Did they convey a sense of emotion as to the previous day as well? No? Alright. So this is the art. One thing that I've done in the past is I've changed the stand-up meeting, right, and I've added, on Monday morning, I've added a 4th question. Right? The 4th question is, how was your weekend? Right? What did you do yesterday, or by the way? What are you going to do today? Are there any impediments? How was your weekend? But that last one, you got 7 words to answer the question. Right? So, and here's the art of communication. Right? When you start, the first answer is, I cleaned the house and went shopping. Okay? That tells you exactly what it was, but gives no sense. There's no content beyond those words. As you practice and as you get more familiar with communication, you start to transmit emotion. You start to get, in those 7 words, not only do I know what you did, I know how you felt, I know why you were doing it. Right? My mother-in-law was over. She cooked. Right? Now you get a sense of how I'm feeling, how my weekend was, more than just those 7 words. So communication, first of all, is concise. Communication is also non-verbal. Have a look at this video. He is asking about whether the NSA has information on American citizens? Look at the behavior of General Tata. No sounds, you don't know what he's saying. But tell me what he's feeling. Nervous. Anxious, nervous. Yes. Guilty. I wouldn't go so far as to say guilty. Alright. So, your non-verbal cues are, depending on which study you read, anywhere from 30 to 70% of the information that is conveyed in a conversation. It's why presenters get taught to use your hands. Right? Open words, right? Closed. Right? Small, weak sometimes, big, strong, high, powerful, right? Weak, others. Right? It's why whatever you think about Donald Trump, he is a master communicator. Right? His use of body language is entirely congruent with the words that come out of his mouth. Right? Unfortunately for the rest of us, that is their day. Right? Where do you look when you talk? Do you? Right? First of all, which eye? First, don't look at the eye. Look at this triangle in people in the forehead.
Why? Why that?
Why? Because at a distance, at any distance over about 1 meter, it looks like I'm looking at you in the eyes. But not one eye and flitting from eye to eye. But I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Then this one's better. I mean, right in the middle of the eye.
Yeah.
That's that, not this three.
Yeah, no, here. It's that triangle. You need a big enough space to focus in.
Yeah.
Right. Now, different eye contacts will also mean different things. Alright? They say to gaze lovingly into your partner's eyes. Right? And that is true. Right? Lovers, family, will spend more time looking at eyes than others. Right? Salespeople know how to look in the eyes. Presenters learn how to scan the room. So I'm looking at each of you in the eyes, right, a couple of times. I can't focus on one person. That's just a little bit awkward. But I'm not here looking at the camera. I'm not here looking up and around. It's about that immediate contact. Right? When I look at someone, when my gaze glances on you for 2 seconds, there's a sense of connection. Oh, he's looking at me. Right? Hopefully it's a good connection. And hopefully you're actually listening to what I'm doing. When you are, but it's also possible to linger too long. Right? Think about the conversations you have with your boss. Right? Think about the last time your boss was a little bit angry with you. Right? Did you look at them in the eye? No. And there's a couple of other reasons. Our pupils dilate. Our pupils dilate when we are angry or when we're aroused. Right? And also when in low situations, obviously. So when someone's angry with you, you will actually see their pupils dilate, and that eye contact becomes confronting to us, and we naturally look away because of what we're seeing. Right? It's one of those reasons. So communication is surprising. So this is the surprising part. I need, what have we got? 10 and 10. All right, I need 10 volunteers. Okay. This is a game. This is an exercise, right? And this is one that I can't get everyone to do because there's too many of you. This is called presentation karaoke, and you're going to practice. You are going to practice presenting. Right? You have no preparation time. Right? You have no idea of what topic you're going to be given, nor in fact what slides you're going to get. I don't even know because it's literally random. Alright, you still all happy with standing up here? Alright, who wants to go first? You going to go first? Alright, stand in the center. So, what will happen is, I will, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay, so, your topic
Can I
is...
see it?
Yes, you can. Your topic is going to be training. Alright, running training. There will be a new slide every 10 seconds. Alright, these slides are very random. You have
About training?
No. They're just random pictures from the internet.
But I need to somehow connect it with training.
You need to connect it with training and you need to tell a story. You have 60 seconds to give an elevator pitch to this audience about training. Okay?
Along with the so six figures.
Yes.
Each of it 10 seconds.
Do it 10 seconds.
Related to training. Okay, go. Training is a way. You give me idea. So when we train people, somehow we have a little scout, somehow we have big class, and the problem is always about timing. Okay, just like this one, I haven't finished my the other time. So, but still, the purpose of trainer is to transform the time. Yeah? Limited time, okay? Limited time. Because if the trainee doesn't doesn't get the essence of training, they won't hire you again as a trainer. So that's a problem. And then the other thing is to make it playful, okay? And why? Because we need to appreciate the trainees always.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, who's next?
I don't.
Very rational.
Wolf,
All right. When you are in a certain environment and you hear like these motions going on, it can really trigger appetites. You always tend to eat more than you do when you're not. So there's a risk, of course, when you overeat. You are more anxious, and this triggers like a vicious cycle to transfer more fat into your body, and that keeps, of course, your body in a very bad shape. You get more tired, you get more useless, and really, which really is a vicious circle and brings you to America. You see this being a big problem all over the country.
Yeah.
Even these people tend to have these problems, even though they're animals. They're also prone to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
Okay, to become a success, we need to feel really down first. Then you get the sense of success. And then like this guy, his success is from the English people, so it's really happy. And it's really important to be a key of success, to be really to be able to overcome this complexity. So that's the second reason of to become a success. And then the third one is to be happy. And once you are happy, of course, you'll be success. And then what can you be if you are always sad and don't do anything? So fix a happy face always, and then put on a and just the blue pills. And don't forget to bring your right tools to be a success. Because you need a lot of tools to become a success person. And thank you.
So,
Daily stand-up, more familiar.
Yeah, so every organization or every team needs a stand-up. So stand-up is like a bottle, you have to stand and so stand-ups are like it's like some dinosaur where you say whatever you want. And stand-ups are a smaller picture of each component that you do in the whole organization. And yeah, there is a this does not go with a stand-up. There has to be no dictator in the stand-up. Okay, this is my stand-up. I'm organizing it and all. And you don't write notes. You don't use phones in the stand-up. And okay. I don't know what it is.
Okay, what traffic in the city, Jakarta? People still wear pants, but they are really eager to wear no pants eventually. Forget my grammar about the traffic, but you may have traffic doesn't really have any conjunction with fashion, but I will try any conjunctions. There are many, as you can hear, there are many fish in the sea, and there are many artists in It's about traffic, and traffic is about bandwidth, maybe. And Jakarta really live a legacy with its traffic jams.
Development life cycle.
It's a 3.
So these are the test tubes that we have studied late in our schools, like chemistry labs. So there are different cycles. When you develop your software, you'll be like this. Yeah, what have developed? You're surprised of your own development. So this is the, I guess, pie chart. What it is? What does this all mean? Yeah, even when you develop software, you are all confused like what procedure to follow. It's just a puzzle for us. Even when you hit the target, it's just like a dart game. And it's very difficult to achieve, by the way. So when you are done with your development cycle, you just go partying and all.
Alright, so is that everyone?
Yeah. One more.
What it takes to be a
Okay, sure. What it takes to be a Scrum Master, I think the first one is you need to have a lot of money. And then with really great, right? And then you have, of course, a brain. Yeah? Without brain, you cannot teach anything, right? And then, so having money and having a brain, I think is the dream of anybody, right? So after that, you start counting or how many days you have left in your life, and then because of your money, your brain, you can use the technology that have been invented, and you can buy the technologies to help you become a Scrum Master, and then you can use by yourself a light maybe. And then because you have a lot of money, a lot of brain, and you can have multiple plans. So if one fails, and you can just buy another one, another plan, and then that's it.
Thank you. So, well actually hang on. Would you like me to do one?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, let me pick one that hasn't been done. Pair programming. Alright. Pair programming requires 3 key elements. It requires teams and individuals to work together as a pair to achieve a common goal. Right? It is primarily a technical activity. It's one where there's a computer, the computer sits in front of you, the pairs sitting beside you. Right? One person is the driver, the other person is the navigator, but both parties need to use their brain. This is not a passive opportunity, this is active. Both parties deliberately pushing the boundaries of what is reasonable to create a very strong product. It's all about building high quality, taking out the passion and the personal opinions out of the code that someone is writing to create something that is powerful, something that works. It doesn't have to be the best, but it has to do the job. Right? And that I literally have lots. Okay, so I want you to think about the best and the worst of the presenters up here. Right? What were the characteristics of those who had the most compelling story? What behaviors did they exhibit?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence, yes. What else?
Creativity.
Creativity, yes.
Agility.
Agility, yes. What else?
Surprising.
Surprising. Look at their body language. What were they doing?
They are talking.
Body language, more. Right? They engaged the people. They didn't talk like this. Right? Interacted with the audience. Right? You were walking in the aisle. This is a brilliant. Right? This is I'm one of you. I'm having a conversation, not I am here. Here's my podium. I am the vice chair of a university type thing. Right? They used their hands. Right? Right? They looked at you. What did they do with the slides? They ignored them. They looked at it for half a second to provide a little bit of a direction to the conversation, but they told a story. The slides were an enabler to the story. The slides weren't telling the story. It's why they're random. Right? I literally do not know what slide is coming up next. Sometimes it's quite funny, sometimes it's not. Right? But the point is, you have to learn to tell a story without slides. Right? When your boss asks you for an update, having those slides don't help. They're your crutch. Right? You can do it without them. Okay, so I want to move a little bit away from communication into collaboration. Right? And you need to understand the cultural element of collaboration, because this is really, really important. This is from Hofstadter's Cultural Dimensions. This is the Power Distance Index. This defines the relative, so I should say, Hofstadter's Cultural Dimensions there are 6 dimensions: masculinity, power distance, uncertainty avoidance, and so forth. Right? Power distance is the one that's probably most relevant in an agile setting, because when we're building an agile team, we're talking about we want to collaborate. But if you have authority over me, how easy is it for me to collaborate? You can see countries like Indonesia, Mexico, Russia, the Philippines, all have very high power distance indexes. Right? Which means that authority is seen and treated with respect, but also somewhat with a little bit of fear, and you will not talk back to authority. If authority says you do this, you will do it. Right? Somewhere in the middle, Israel, Austria, New Zealand at the bottom. Right? Here, right, they don't care if you're a presenter or an academic or with 15 years experience. Right? Your authority is exhibited by literally you need to prove yourself to them all the time. So it's very easy to have a flat, non-hierarchical organization in these countries. Much harder in these countries. Yeah? Not impossible, but you need to be aware that that behavior exists. For those of you in this room who are managers, who are leaders, you need to be aware of the influence and the impact that your orders have. Right? So when you're trying to build collaboration, when you're trying to get input from others, right, you have to frame your language and your questions in ways that that help them hear the information you want. A good example: will this be done by Friday? Yes. Yes, it will. I don't know if that's the correct answer. It probably won't be done by Friday, but you're going to say yes no matter what. Right? Right? Option 2. Is there anything that you need so that we can make this done, so that we can get this done by Friday? Change. It's still the same question. You're still going to get the same answer, but it's going to be a realer answer. It is not a, you in authority are not going to be put in putting someone into a position of fear, but more rather in a more collaborative approach. Here's a question. What direction does time move?
Forward.
Forward. Anyone here from China? Right. In China, it moves down. Right? Down 1 week. Right? Not next week, not going forward, moving forward, but it's going down 1 week. So even our metaphors that we use, right, when you start dealing with people from other cultures, start to change. So if you are in and collaborating within that cultural mix, melting pot, right, understand that what you think something means isn't necessarily what someone thinks it means. And this is actually very scary at times, because there have been massive failures caused by misinterpretations. Right? Probably the best one is the NASA Mars. Which one was it? One of the Mars landers. Thank you. Right? NASA uses metric. Their subcontractors used imperial. Right? No one told the other party that they were using different number systems. Right? It was just assumed that they knew. Right? And obviously, in most of your environments, billion-dollar spaceships aren't going to crash. Right? But even in a small scale, that communication, those assumptions will make or break your team's ability to be successful. What is this?
Network effect.
Network effect. Who? If you remember back to your high school mathematics, right? Collaboration is an order n squared problem. Right? This form of communication is order 1. There could be one person in the room, 100 or 10,000 people in the room, and it would take the same amount of time. Right? The stand-up is order n, because it scales linearly with the number of people. Right? You have 7 people, taking 2 minutes, that takes 14 minutes. If you have a team of 20 people, taking 2 minutes, that would take 40 minutes. One reason why our teams and our stand-ups are limited to 7 plus or minus 2. Though I think it's 5 plus or minus, it's like 5 plus 2. They changed numbers. I still say 7 plus or minus 2 because I'm off. Collaboration, on the other hand, is an order n squared problem. It is exponential. Technically, it's Metcalfe's number, n to the n minus 1, something like that. And for every individual who joins a team to collaborate, there is the number of lines of communication doubles, nearly doubles. Right? Which is why we create small teams, to avoid that network effect, so we can collaborate. 7 plus or minus 2 there is a mathematical reason why that number works. It is ideal. Alright. So, we got perfect. Let's talk a little bit about negotiation. The question I get asked, probably more often than not, is we want to go agile. Or rather, we want finance to go agile. because we're agile, we're IT, but I want finance to go agile, or HR to go agile. How do I convince them to go agile? Now, we talk about paying the price, we talk about carrot and stick, and we talk about empathy, right? Finding that way in which they have a need that we can address using an agile approach. But what I want to do is, oh, and this slide hasn't been updated, I'll correct it in a sec. What I want you to do is, we're going to do a little exercise, a negotiation tactic. Okay? I want you to split 50,000 rupee. This was done in India, so different exchange rate. 50,000 rupee between you. There are 5 personas that are taken in a negotiation stance. Right? Competition. Competition means I want to win this negotiation, right? Which means I want more than half. Right? Collaboration. Right? We want an equitable share. Equitable share does not mean 50-50. Equitable share means what is right for both. Avoidance. I don't want to be in this conversation. I want this conversation to go away. Right? Right? I am probably more likely to give in. Right? Compromise. Right? Whereas collaboration wants, we want an equitable outcome. Compromise is I'm willing to settle in order to achieve a result. It's not win-win. I still want to win, but my win point is a bit lower. Right? And accommodation. Similar to avoidance, accommodation. So avoidance is where I don't want to be in the conversation at all. Accommodation is I want you to be successful. Right? That's what my purpose is. Collaboration is win-win. Accommodation is I want you to be successful. Now, these are stances that are taken in a conversation. When you're talking to HR, you probably want to take an accommodation stance, right? Because you want them to be successful. Right? Right? HR, but understand, different parties take different stances. So we're going to do an exercise and pair up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right? In your pairs, so take a stance. Pick it in your head. Right? Go, I'm going to take a X stance. Right? And then you take a stance. Do not tell your partner what stance you're taking. Right? You will have 1 minute to split 50,000 rupees between you. Right? Make sense? You have 1 minute to split 50,000 rupees between you. Take a stance, and then I want you to try and guess what the other person's stance was at the end. So two, so back and forth. Okay, 2 more teams came to agreement. Alright, so we came to agreement. Excellent. So what was her persona? What was her mode?
Collaboration, I think.
And what do you think his was?
Collaboration.
Alright. Were you collaboration?
No.
Yes. And were you? Yeah. Were you collaboration?
More or less.
More or less. Alright. And how did you split? Oh, split 3 ways.
Easy that.
Alright. How about you two?
We start off as accommodating, but and then we brought negotiation into competition.
That actually happened. And what do you think he was?
I haven't heard her. I don't know. It's only me who do the talking. How do you comment?
Not a good negotiating tactic. Do need the other party to be part of it. How about you two? What do you think he was?
I would guess avoidance.
What do you think he was?
I want to cooperation. Not yet agree.
That's okay. Alright, so as you can see that this form of negotiation. I haven't given you a lot of time, right? But it is actually quite important to understand what roles people play. Because when you go into a conversation with your boss, with the HR department, with the finance department, right? You're going into a discussion, a negotiation, right? And you need to know what stance they are taking, right? When you enter that conversation, do they not want to be there? Do they want to make you go away? Or are they combative? There is no way in hell you're getting what you want. You follow the rules, stay down. You need to be able to look at that and go what it is. So, we have 5 minutes? Okay, so we're going to do, I want 2 volunteers from the audience. 2 volunteers from the audience. Yeah, no, at the front. Come on. Yeah, one more.
Everybody's afraid of you.
Come on. No. Allow me to sweeten the pot. Right? Literally, right? Need another party. Okay. Is that there? Alright. I want you to pick a role. You will literally, if in 1 minute you come to an agreement.
I thought you were going to give me money.
No, if you come to an agreement, you will take the money away.
Okay.
Okay? Right? Literally. So, pick a stance, pick a mode. In your head?
Yeah, pick a stance.
Pick one in your head. Alright, go on.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, you have 1 minute, loud voices,
Yeah.
negotiate.
Okay.
I want it all.
Very easy If I'm not mistaken, sir, what you're doing in this week is doing business together, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's correct. And I know that you are the one who do it with more efforts, more time, and I'll only support for you.
Yeah, so I deserve it, right?
And that's why I want to give you, of course, more than yours.
That's I done all the work.
It's very easy actually to categorize our own job. That's a human nature, and I just want you to know, even though my job is quite small, I actually leave my girlfriend for 3 days. I know this is out of the work hours, but okay.
No.
You are the leader. You are the leader. It's up to you.
3.
But please consider that.
And this is why Brexit is such a bad thing, by the way. Okay, alright, well, I get to keep my money, thank you.
Because there is a little deal.
Hang on, before you sit down, what do you think he was?
He's for very collaboration.
Okay. What were me?
Yes.
I tried to be yeah, sorry, I'm not really careful. Accommodation.
Accommodation. And what do you think he was?
Am I right?
Hmm?
How do you think am I?
No, it's not what stance you're going to take.
Yeah, I tried to emulate this, but I don't know am I doing this right or not. Okay, whatever.
How much do you think he was?
Yeah. Okay, of course, competition. Clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, okay, so as a side note, competition doesn't necessarily mean all or nothing. Right?
Yeah.
So that approach leads to nobody winning. Right? It's the only way competition can get all or nothing is if the other one's doing avoidance. Right? It's like, I don't want to be here, you take it, I'm out of here. Right? So it's why we have a collaborative approach. All right. Thank you very much. So I do that exercise with executives, and I literally put like $200 on the table. Did you get it? No, very rarely. Very rarely do they get it. Okay. We're out of time. If you have, do we have time for questions or? No. We're out of time. If you have questions, come up and have a chat with me. Otherwise, enjoy your lunch and see you around.
Anything else?
The slides will